Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and all the synopses that are in the building. The Friday edition, Del K. Brereton, The Real Spiel. Shiloh Institute, stand up. This one ain't for y'all, though. This is The Real Spiel. Shout out to Dr. David Israel, my Hebrew mentor. I'm doing my homework today. And to FTA, I am Faith Temple Apostolic International Ministry, the bishops, Bishop McCullough, the prelate, Bishop Reginald Washington, and Bishop Melvin Cross. To all in the FTA family, Pastor McCullough, God bless you. And to Pastor Thompson, Emmanuel Church of Jesus Christ Apostolic, and the saints there. This is Del K. Brereton coming to you with a conversation, just an easy Friday conversation, introducing, once again, the newest of the brands of the Spiel, Gorilla Love. Gorilla Love. Yes, Gorilla Love. We're about to blow up with Gorilla Love. I love it. I got a couple of hoodies, two colors, black and white right now, with the red, and the black has the white, but I think I'm going to stick with the red. You like the red? I like the red. I'm shaking too much here. Hold on a second. Shaking a little bit too much. Gotta steady that mug. Steady that mug up. A little bit too much shaking. There we go. Yeah, that's a little better. So Gorilla Love is coming to a closet near you. DelKBrereton@gmail.com, 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 and we can get you out some Gorilla Love. Very, very affordable. $45 situations here. If you're looking to do it, $45 US now. Do it on my PayPal, and we'll take care of you. Now, as we go forward, I want to have a conversation today, and I just wanted to. I wanted to rest my brain for the week. So for those who haven't seen me all week, it's because I've decided just to chill. I didn't come on. I didn't come on all week. Took it easy. Sat back, laid back, collected my thoughts. I'm preaching on Sunday. I had to collect my thoughts a little bit, so I gave you guys a few days rest. Plus, it was a low news cycle. It really wasn't a low news cycle. I felt. I didn't feel there was anything pressing. How many times we going to talk about the Puffy trial? Like, really, how many times? How many times we going to talk about that thing? All right. So, came out here to have a conversation about the professional dater. The professional dater. We've got a couple of people in the female space who have risen to the top in the wake of the death of the icon, the Godfather, Kevin Samuels. We have some females who have risen to the top of that space, that dating conversation space. With no shame in her game, we've got Dr. Brian, who I've talked about before, and who has inspired this particular spiel again. Thank you, Doc. Thank you for the content. Now, she's got a lot. And she's kind of all over the place sometimes with where she is with this. Sometimes she's seemingly very hard against the men. Sometimes she's kind of hard on the women. She goes back and forth. But what I took from something I saw from her recently is she was talking about access to her body versus access to a man's phone. And what she said was that a phone is worth $500, but her body is priceless. And therefore, if a man is going to have access to her body, which she freely gives away without being married, by the way, she's giving them things away, like Denny's hotcakes, like she's giving them things away, like free mango. Okay, she's giving that thing away. But she says, in order for her to give it away without a covenant, you have to give her access to your phone. She said there are things in your phone that might be private, but they might reveal to her things that might be dangerous to her, because once you enter her body, there's things that she can catch from you that she can't get rid of. So therefore, she feels she has the right, before she becomes intimate with a man, not before she is engaged, not before she's married, no. Before she becomes intimate with a man, she has to be in a position where she can pick up your phone and access your phone at any given time. I'm off to work, actually. That's where I'm going. I'm dressed up. This is my brother asked me where am I going. I'm going to work. I'm going to work. I work in, I'm a school teacher. I go to work. I can go to work looking any kind of way. It's one of the jobs. I can go to work looking any kind of way. So I'm going to work, right? And then I have a gym appointment right after. So I'm dressed for both. But I digress. But I want to inform you because you asked the question where I'm going. I'm going to work. I'm going to the JOB, baby. Why is this is a job conversation? We're going back and forth to the job. So listen though, this lady has said that in order for her to have an intimate, non-covenantal sexual relationship with the random men that she has accumulated, because she's accumulated quite a lot of men. Okay, Doc? Seems like you said to us yourself out of your mouth that you've turned down several, is what you've said, several engagements, meaning you've broken them off. These men have asked you to marry them. You've said yes. You've accepted their ring. You saw their mama, you saw their daddy, etc., etc. And then you decided somewhere along the line, as you led these men on to believe they would spend the rest of their life with you, you've broken it off. You've done this multiple times, what you said. Multiple times. You are a professional dater. You're professional. And her last nugget is, ladies, unless he's giving you full access to your phone, don't give him full access to your body. And what a fantastic soundbite that is, huh? What a wonderful tagline. Put it on a doggone t-shirt. Nagalia, Sister Nagalia, put it on a t-shirt. Sister Nagalia is the manufacturer of Gorilla Love. That's right. She got a little crew of artists. So Gorilla Love, which is my tagline, but she is the manufacturer. Sister Nagalia, Sister Chantel, we call her sometime. Thank you very much for Gorilla Love, and to all of your team, your design team. We appreciate you. More is coming. I'm gonna spend some money on them. Now, this situation to me kind of boggles the mind. First and foremost, in a secular scenario, the response I would say is, of course, you want to know that a person that you're giving your body to is somebody that you have access to see whether or not they're giving their body to somebody else. That's a very reasonable thing. That's very reasonable. And I'm not saying it's unreasonable in respect to that context of it, but I believe Dr. Brian is putting the cart before the doggone horse. Is that the conversation? Why do you have to worry about that conversation first? Because you're a professional dater. Because you aren't necessarily out here trying to find life partners. You're trying to find pleasure partners. And because you are a pleasure partner seeker, you have created pleasure partner criteria. Very interesting, right? And I hear me out. Other women have said, well, in order for you to sleep with me, to always be protected. Again, a very thing to say. Protected, always have to be protected. What are they saying to you? They're saying a number of things to me. They're saying that, hey, something might be going on with their body that they're not telling you. That's big to me. Because if I'm supposed to be your person, then what are we protecting each other from? Maybe we all need to go down to the clinic and exchange tests. Number two, you are basically telling a man his love has to be antiseptic to you because potentially you're sharing those things all over the place, and you want to make sure that you don't have to come back and say, hey, I don't know whose baby it is, or I don't know who gave me this, because everything is so-called protected, or you've had a very bad scare in your life. It's one or the other. It's one or the other. These are very interesting things, because let me jump in on the man's side of the, let me get on the man's side of the ledger. Let's go to Dr. Bryant. Is that full access reciprocal? Meaning, most women, I would say about 65% of women, when they lock in, they look into you. So 65% of them, the ones that you actually want to keep around, you might not have to check their phone. That's not what I'm checking. I'm not interested in your phone. Your phone is your phone. I'm trying to get into that social media DM though. I want to see how many casual optionalities are sitting around in that social media DM. How many good morning queens are you responding to? Let's take a look at that. Let's take a look at also, Dr. Bryant, let's make sure that we can exchange bank statements every month. And let's figure out how much of these meals are being paid for by me, how much of these trips are being paid for by me. You know what I'm saying? Let's make sure that the ledger is balanced when it comes to gifts, because we want to have transparency there too, my love. We want that to be fixed in a scenario where, hey, how much money did you make this month? How dare you ask me that question? No. We have full access now. Oh, you thought I'm just worried about your phone. I'm not doing it on your phone. I'm cool with your phone. I know you don't have the speed to be juggling too many of us, right? I see you every day, but I want to know some other things that are going on. What's going on with that insurance policy? I'm your new boo. What if you die? I gotta pay for your funeral. Have you put me on? You put me on. I need to get my teeth done. Now you got a fantastic benefits program. Am I your work husband, or you got another work husband? Am I on your benefits? Let's talk about access now. Let's have a conversation about access. Listen, I want to buy a bigger whip. Now I need to know, you gonna co-sign? I need a little co-sign every now and then. Because I got a lot of stuff going on, and a woman in my life has to help. I want to do some trading, so I want to get a little line of credit so I can use it as trading. Could you help me with that? Oh no? How come? Because the narrative from that particular side of the balance sheet, man has to be able to provide spiritually, has to be able to provide financially, emotionally, everything. They're providing everything. They're providing everything, as well as access to your doggone phone. That's what we provide. That's got to put another one of those things. Listen, you want access to my phone? No problem. But I want access to everything. I want a duplicate card. That's right. Put me on your credit. Put you on mine. Because it's access. We're talking about access, right? We're talking about access. Access. I feel like Allen Iverson. Access. We're talking about access. Access. And so when we start having these real conversations with these professional daters, because they're not people that are looking for real covenant, we find that the criteria that they're looking for is ridiculous. Let me tell you something else about professional daters. They have very business-like communication. I just want to let you know that I'm going to call you sometimes. I have stuff to do, and we're gonna make time for each other. And no. I'm gonna video call you at 3 o'clock in the morning. Better answer the doggone phone and do a 360-degree turn. That's right, a pirouette. That's right. I need a key to your house. That's correct. correct. I'm a pop up. I'm a pop up pirate, baby. I'm a pop up anytime, any place, any hour. Check access. Have some access. Absolutely. We are going to have some doggone access. Because a lot of times professional daters, they have to schedule you in. Red flag. Greatest red flag in the world. Man or woman who allegedly has interest in you says, when you ask them, hey, when am I seeing you? When are we going to hang out? You know what? Let me check my schedule. Ooh, what? Check your schedule. Am I a scheduled appointment? You have to check your schedule for me. You have to check your schedule. I am busier than any brother I know. 3 days of the week, I think I'm doing 18 and a half hours. 18 and a half hour days. I got those 3 days a week. And the busier I am, and let me tell you something, let me tell you a secret. The busier I am, the number one thing I know is when I am available. I don't even have to check. I know when I'm available because those availability days are X'd off because you need time for your social life. So I never have to check to see when I'm available. I know when I'm available every week. I know, I absolutely know, because those are availability times. And so if I say to them, listen, if somebody says, I'm really only available on Thursdays, Sunday evenings, and Saturday mornings, they know because they're busy. That's a busy person knows when they're not busy. When somebody says, I gotta check my schedule. Just wrap it up, bro. That situation is over. It's done. It's a wrap. It's a wrap. It is a wrap. Because the anticipation and excitement to see you is wrapped up in their knowledge of their own availability. Unless you're the president, unless you're a surgeon, you know, you're pretty much, unless you're those two, you're pretty much always going to know your guaranteed availability moments of the week. You're going to know that because you put that in place. You're going to know that. You don't know that, I would say that your business is probably a failure, or you're probably very, very unorganized, or you're a serial dater, a professional dater. Sorry, I want to say serial cheater, but professional dater. And you can't even call these people cheaters. They don't belong to anyone. Don't give them that title. They don't belong to anyone. They can't be a serial cheater, because a cheater is somebody who belongs to somebody and then cheats on that person with somebody else. These people can't cheaters because they don't belong to anybody. As you would say, they belong to the streets. That's right. They belong to themselves because they're professional daters. And anyone in their life is vacationing in their life. And they will always have this. There's two things that a professional dater will always have. You'll see it'll happen to you. Their circle won't know your name. You'll have a nickname. You will always have a nickname. You'll be on the phone with them, and their girlfriend pop up and be like, is that Detroit? Is that Detroit? Uh-oh. My name is not Detroit. It's Reginald. How come she's calling me Detroit? How does she know I'm in Detroit? Oh, babe, I talk about you all the time. But you don't call me by my name, Reginald? You call me Detroit? I'm a region? How many regions do you have, Markeisha? Markeisha has the whole United States sectioned out, baby, because you are Detroit. The second one is, I'm giving you game right here. If they talk about you in the third person but never say your name. Well, The woman that I'm dating now, very nice lady. Interesting. You know, the young lady that's in my life now, her name is Suzanne. Suzanne is, that's good. That works, right? The young lady that I'm dating now keeps it, well, maybe they don't want to share their private business. Then why talk about Suzanne? Don't use yourself as an example. If somebody says, my wife, you have a wife, so it's like, that's clear. But when it's, the man that I'm currently, or the man that I used to, there's all these unnamed men who have never received even name status. Oh, imagine. It's like you ever see a car that you never seen before, and you're like, what kind of car is that? And you're looking for, what are you looking for? You're looking for the name tag on it. You're looking for what brand it is. And you're like, oh, geez, where's that? Because they removed it, because they modified the car. So they took that off, so you can't even really tell what kind of car it is, right? Because it's custom. Some of these people are customizing nameless individuals for their own good. And so that when they finally decide to settle down, you don't know if that was a dude she was talking about 6 months ago, 6 weeks ago, 6 days ago, because she's never put a name on it. Third thing, of course, this is the easy one, social media. You will never be on their social media. Never will you be never will you be on their social media. Two things. You try to take a Snapchat selfie, they're like, oh, we don't do social media, baby. I don't do social media. I don't do the social media. I don't really do social media. I don't do social media. Well, you don't do social media. You don't do social media. Who are you hiding from? You got warrants? No, I don't do social media. I don't do that social media thing, man. I don't do that social media. So you're saying all over there's no picture of you anywhere on social media. Nowhere. No. I'll be like, hey, this is appropriate. Until we're actually a thing, I don't want to be on anybody's social media until we're actually a thing. I'm not doing that. Until we're serious, I don't want to be on your social media. And you're not going to be on mine. So I don't want to have to go scrub you off my social media later on. Right? Which means that person has trauma and they've gone through that before. Or they're very wise, right? Or they're a person of notoriety and they just can't have any old body up in there on their social media, period. I understand that 100%. But the guys and the girls are like, oh, I don't do social media. You don't do social media? Nope, I don't do social media. And these are the worst ones. But these are young ones. These ones are young. When you got no pictures, you got 5,000 followers. You're following 2 people, and you got no pictures. Yeah. I don't mess with all that at all. But the professional daters, especially Dr. Brian, run from that counsel. Run from that demonic counsel. That is the spirit of non-commitment, right? You know we make everything a spirit in Pentecost. That is the spirit of non-commitment. That is an empty womb with hardened rock-like eggs, and nothing's coming out of that situation. I watch her. She's a beautiful woman. She's very eloquent, right? But I'm seeing the age, boy, baby. I saw her sitting there. She's getting a little chubbier and a little chubby. You know your American food, a little bigger and a little bigger, right? I remember when I first saw her, maybe about a year ago. I was like, oh, this girl's very attractive. It's a very attractive woman. Why is not this woman married? This woman sounds smart. This is a beautiful woman. But the more she talks, the more she rattles on about how she thinks the world works, is the scarier and the chubbier and the less attractive she becomes. And everyone who follows her is going down the same rabbit hole with a Krispy Kreme in their doggone hand. That's correct. That's why I said it. You Krispy Kreme daters, because you know these ladies they're on these trips. And how come men don't do this though? I never see a gaggle of men on man trips, and we do them. Men do man trips all the time, right? The passport bros, I guess, were the best example. But we're not sitting there posting all of the rich foods that we're eating. We're not doing that. We're not getting chubbier and squishier as a group. Even the serial dating men. So y'all serial dating ladies got to figure it out. Sorry, professional dating ladies. Got to figure it out. Because it's wonderful to be on these trips. It's fantastic. But, show us the exercise room. Show us that you've done, 7 laps of the pool or something. Show us that you've, you went on a 1 mile doggone jog or something. But you're eating all these rich foods, getting chubbier and chubbier, Chubbalicious. And, some of us, we like the chunkalunks girls. We love those little chunkalunks girls. But don't go from a size 5 to a size 12 before our eyes in 6 doggone months. We'd be like, oh my goodness, well, this is a whole new version of you. Professional daters. Let me see what y'all got to say. Redman, I see you there, boy. See you. Juby, what's happening? Listen, anyway, this is my time. I just want to come on here and talk about all you. And to be honest with you, I'm kind of a professional dater. I'm a professional dater, but I don't want to be out here. I don't want to be on the streets. I want somebody to save me from the road, save me from the streets. I'm a professional. I have a PhD in dating, absolutely, but I don't date because I'm a bishop. Bishop ain't date. I don't really date. You know what I'm saying? I investigate, but I don't date. I'm an investigator. I investigate your attitude. I investigate your body count. I investigate your credit. I investigate what you look like. I investigate what comes out of your mouth. I investigate your spirituality. I investigate who is your baby daddy. Oh Lord, oh mercy. I'm start running from that. I investigate who's your ex-husband. I do a lot of investigation. I investigate why you calling me at 1 o'clock in the morning saying good night, babe. You should call me at 10 o'clock. What were you doing up until 1 o'clock, right? I investigate where you're working at. Yeah. You work where? Interesting. I didn't know you worked there. I investigate your response to my questions. Why you can't answer questions? Why are you so evasive with those? I'm just asking a simple question. You don't have to answer it now. To all of y'all professional daters, we see y'all. All right. Love, peace, and hair grease. This is Del K. Brereton. That gorilla love is in the doggone house. We appreciate you. It's Friday. Have a fantastic weekend. I'm going to hang out with my see, I can say people's name. I'm going to hang out with my friend Chanel Dean. You got to go check her out on her little TikTok and stuff. She's out in Niagara. I'm going to go hang out, talk some business with her. Come on back. My stepson, your mama try and get your mama to come out to church. So go hang out there. We'll do some stuff on the weekend, but I ain't dating. I don't date. Talk to you guys later. It's Del K. Brereton, The Real Spiel.